Hey. This week, we talk about our All-Star snubs and who we thought should have been in the game. Oh, be sure to check out this week's episode at the end where we play a little game. Enjoy! Welcome to Floor Generals, the show where we attempt to get Danny Green on as a guest. Hi guys, I'm Ryan, once again joined by my co-host Austin. How you doing, brother?
Doing great today, man. Thank you.
Sounds good. And today we're joined by another one of our friends. This guy's been with us from JK as well. Please welcome Alexander. Just Alex, because I don't
Just
know.
Alex. Just
Yeah,
Alex.
just
Yes,
Alex.
sir.
Just Alex. Yeah.
Hey,
All
what's
right.
good, guys? You guys good?
We chilling.
Could be better. Cause
That's tough.
school.
That's tough.
Imagine stressing over
Yeah.
school, Ryan. Imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Just be like me and Alexander. Come on.
Just being
You
out.
know, this guy's saying Alexander now too.
Bro.
You guys are acting like you haven't called me Alex for almost your whole life.
Nah, we're gonna call you Alexander this entire part.
Yeah, you gotta be formal, bro. Come
That's
on.
terrible.
Yeah. So Alex, when you
That's
first get into
terrible.
basketball.
I started playing around grade 6 or 7, but like actually NBA, I would say like grade 8 or 9. That's when I like actually started watching.
All right. And let's just quickly address your favorite player and team.
You guys are gonna laugh at me. It's kind of weird, but so I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay.
I've been a Lakers fan for a while, so I'm not
Since
a
LeBron
bandwagon
joined,
fan.
or
No,
Damn,
before
bandwagon.
that.
no?
Before that. I remember celebrating when he joined. So,
Okay.
and my favorite player is Jason Tatum. I know he's a
Okay.
Boston player. It doesn't make sense, but he is just so smooth when it comes to basketball. There's no way you can hate him
That's
unless
facts,
you're a
man.
Ben
That's
Simmons
facts.
fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Listen, man. It's okay. I don't have to hate. We're gonna beat you in the playoffs anyways. It doesn't matter.
if you make the finals,
Are you dumb, dude? Kemba's gonna like shoot 5 for 29 and lose every
no,
single game.
I'm not a Boston fan though.
Oh, that's true. You're a Laker fan. You're gonna lose to the Clippers
Exactly.
then.
You have to make the finals.
We're making the finals. Come on, what you talking about, man? What you talking about?
Okay, we'll see.
It's gonna be a Utah and Indiana matchup. So
Oh yeah, Utah. Oh,
Yeah,
you gotta get
Utah-
past Utah.
Utah is playing so nice right now.
it's all
I
good.
know.
It's all good.
That-
None of your. It's all my team. It's not your team.
Boring teams.
Indiana and Utah. Shut up.
I love watching Utah. They play as a team. That's what I love.
That's true. They
Yeah.
do play as a team, but they're boring as hell
Yes.
though.
Oh my gosh! Stop! Just shut up.
Guys,
All right,
be
let's move on.
friends.
Let's move on to our fast break news. All right, first topic today. Minnesota Timberwolves recently fired head coach Ryan Saunders. Within 30 minutes, they signed Raptors assistant coach Chris Finch to a multi-year contract as their new head coach. There are many around the league who are disappointed with how the T-Wolves front office dealt with the situation, considering they already have assistant coach David Vanderpool. Obviously, a good luck is required to our ex-assistant coach, Coach Finch, who now has his own squad now. But guys, what are your thoughts on how Minnesota dealt with this issue? Austin, let's hear you out first.
So, I think Minnesota saw what Toronto did when they first fired Tom Thibodeau. And they were like, oh, you see the Raptors, they got Nick Nurse in and they became good. So they tried to do the same thing with Ryan Saunders. And it really didn't work out, He's a pretty bad coach, if I had to be honest. And, he's really more of a player guy. As an assistant coach is fine. The players like him. He's more of a nice guy. But, Saunders, so much complaints, even from their own fans, talking about, wow, late game, plays are just terrible. And, of course, another Raptors assistant got snagged up. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
50th time this happened. But at the same time, you can't evaluate Chris Finch, right now. In mid-season injections, they're tough to evaluate. So don't expect too much of this season. They're 7-26. But I feel like next season, Chris Finch could really help them a lot. Because, Raptors assistant must be a good coach.
Yeah. I just want to point out, I feel like Ryan is more of a player friendly, like he's more of a player guy, more of a counselor kind of, better than head coach, He's not really suited for that
A
position.
scuffed Monty Williams.
Yeah. Alex, your thoughts?
I think it was a good move. They needed a change. They're last in the West, and they're not getting enough out of all their players. D'Lo, before he went down, was not playing well whatsoever. And of course, you know they're 7-26. Their best player, Cat, was out for almost the whole season. So
Malik Beasley got suspended
yeah, he
too.
just
So
got suspended for like 12 games.
yeah,
So
that sucks. Yo.
it's not looking good for them. But I think they just needed a change in that locker room. They were not playing well, so I think it was a good move.
Like Austin said, Raptors assistant coaches always some of the top like top coaches in this league. So we'll see what the Timberwolves can do starting from now and next season. That's great. Next topic: Nets guard Kyrie Irving proposed that the NBA logo should change to NBA legend Kobe Bryant, making his case on Instagram on Wednesday afternoon with the caption, "Gotta happen. I don't care what happens. Black Kings built this league." The current logo was created in 1969 with another Lakers great Jerry West serving as the league's silhouette figure. West has stated that he was perfectly fine with the new logo back in 2017. The Mamba has proven he was an all-time great, being mentioned in the GOAT conversation as well with 5 championships, 18 All-Star appearances, an MVP, 2 scoring titles, and many more in his 20-year career. My question for you guys: do you think the NBA should consider changing the logo? And if not Kobe, then who? Rip. Uh, Alex, let's start you off this time.
First off, I don't think they're gonna change the logo. I just don't. I think they should. I think Kobe. When you think of the NBA, you think of players like Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. Now
Like
Steph too.
who thinks of Jerry West, right?
Exactly. Well, back then maybe, but also when I think of what it means to be an athlete, I think of Kobe. When it comes to hard work and dedication, I don't think any basketball player has beat him in any of that. I think he just shows what it means to be a basketball player. And yeah, I don't see them changing it. I think it's been Jerry West for too long that you can't just change it now. So I agree. I do agree with Kyrie Irving, but yeah, I don't see it changing.
Yeah, I agree with Alex on they wouldn't change it because it's been around for so long, and I see why would Kyrie want it to happen. But I gotta stay on the other side. I feel like they should not change it. Every single league has had the same logo for such a long time, and it's become historic. And I feel like if they would change it, they would change it to MJ. If back when MJ retired, they would change it to him, but they didn't change it for him either. And I feel like with West, it's not like he's had any controversy. He's just been a good player, and it's a decent looking logo. I gotta say, it's one of the most appealing logos in sports right now. But what they should do is probably making an award for Kobe. Right now they're trying to do this thing with the All Star game. In the last quarter, whatever score it is, they add 24, and that's the final score that teams have to reach. But maybe they should, maybe make Kobe the scoring award. Maybe something like that would help. I just feel like maybe not the logo, but maybe an award would suit Kobe well.
Isn't the All Star MVP All Star Game MVP is called the Kobe Bryant Award now, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
I swear to God, it is.
Okay, I guess that's fine then. He's
That's
won
fine.
some All Star MVPs.
So yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you guys. I think because Adam Silver has been one of the more uh, dynamic commissioners in sports, considering like all the moves he's willing to take. Right. Uh,
True.
I feel like maybe within a few years he may consider doing so just to pay tribute and yeah to Kobe.
I can see
I
that.
just try yeah.
Yeah,
So
I would love to see that happen.
yeah, I would love to see it. I just love what Adam Silver's been doing. He's been trying to improve every aspect of the NBA, and that's why in our fantasy I try to be like him as well. So try to be as dynamic as possible. Uh, let's move on to our final piece. 4-time All-Star DeMarcus Cousins, who up until Tuesday was a Houston Rocket. He has now been waived by the team after mutually agreeing to part ways. The former All NBA center signed with the Rockets in an attempt to revive his career after suffering an Achilles tear, a torn quad, and an ACL tear. Cousins was averaging 9.7 rebounds and 2 assists a night, which is still pretty solid. Having cleared waivers and eligible to sign with any other team, which team or teams do you think would benefit with the addition of Boogie? One of you want to start off?
I feel like you
Austin, you
should
can
start this one
start.
off. I feel like Ryan should
Okay.
start
Me?
this one off. Yeah.
Take your
All
end.
right, all right. So Austin and any of my Twitter followers know that a while ago, like maybe the start of February, I tweeted out that I had a dream that DeMarcus Cousins was playing for the Toronto Raptors, and having been waived, I feel like that's a big possibility now, considering Boogie didn't want to play in Toronto because it was cold, but now they're in Tampa Bay, and it's only for this part of the season. So the possibility of him moving to like playing in Tampa, I think it's a good deal. It's better to me. It's not. It might not be as effective as Drummond one, but like a Drummond trade, but uh, it will be just as effective because we're replacing Baines, who just isn't working, and we're not losing anyone in the process as well. So I would say Toronto would be the best ideal fit for him and us.
Okay, I see what you mean by that. You know, you're in search of a center. I feel like maybe
Mm-hmm.
Miami could use Cousins. He would replace Mars Leonard in that, where he would start. Actually, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Bam starts full time now, but back last year, it was Mars Leonard who would start the game and play a few minutes, play big, get rebounds, shoot threes, and then Bam would play the rest of the game. And I feel like they could do that with Cousins. You know, he's not someone that's terrible. You know, he's a good rebounder. He's able to shoot the ball at a decent clip. You know, when he's open. And I feel like Miami could kind of use another big man losing Mars Leonard.
Mm-hmm. But they do still have Kelly Olynyk, so
Ah,
Yeah, they
come
do.
on.
yeah.
But Kelly Olynyk starts for them too. He starts at the 4.
Oh, okay. So
They could use Boogie off the bench.
yeah, they can use Boogie off the bench for sure. You know, just for some shooting. You know, Bam doesn't shoot threes as of now. I
And
feel like he is going to be in
and
the future.
He could look
there
at him in mid range this year. So who knows?
there's games where Kelly Olynyk just doesn't play well. In those games, you putting Boogie on instead of him could work really well.
Yeah, and you've seen Bam at the 4. It's not bad at all. And now that he's able to shoot, I feel like Bam at the 4 and maybe Cousins at the 5 for a few minutes could actually work for the Heat.
Okay, all right. And finally, Alex.
I think a lot of teams could use him. As when Christian Wood went down, he started to play really well. There was games where he started where he showed glimpses of his own like his old self.
Past.
Yeah, exactly. And I think teams like the Celtics could use he can shoot again. The Nets need a big. DeAndre Jordan is just not good enough. If you can get split minutes between the two of them, I think that's good enough to get them at least to conference finals.
Okay, but would Harden want to play with Boogie? Because they've had some bad
It's really
vibes,
beef.
right?
That's
They've had some bad vibes together. So
I don't know if they think they can win. I don't see how that gets in the way of it. If Boogie really wants a ring, the Nets are contenders this season. Of course they are.
that's a lot of egos on that team.
But
if that
so far
happens.
it's worked. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're
That's
on an
true.
8-game win
That
streak.
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's without, in my opinion, the best scorer in the league right now, KD. How do you stop KD? He's not even playing right now. And they're on an 8-game win streak.
Yeah, Harden's looking like the best guy in the league right now too.
He is.
The,
Yeah.
the Raptors need a big Aaron Baines. I loved the signing when I first heard it, but
Me too.
he has been terrible. It has just not worked. Like Fred VanVleet is pretty much saying they need to use a small lineup. Just showed how in need they are of a center.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So maybe my dream was like a foreshadowing.
That's a bad dream.
Oh,
That'd
shut
be
up!
elite.
I have good dreams. I have good dreams. But yeah, I think that covers our fast break news.
Yo, I miss Ibaka.
I know.
I know.
He's shooting threes like crazy this year. Get it?
Bro, I miss that man.
No, the conspiracy theory of Ibaka going to LA, bringing back Kawhi with him because they both have a player option.
It's gonna happen.
I
Just
love-
watch.
It's gonna happen. Watch
And then we
that
trade for
happen.
Giannis. And then we win.
Trade for Giannis.
For like Patrick McCall or something.
Yeah.
Yo, Patrick McCall's elite.
Hey, don't sleep on him. On God, do not sleep.
Three-peat?
3. Yeah. He's
Hey,
this is
hey.
the first season he's played, so maybe we could win this year.
I'm just saying, if Danny Green gets this ring in Philly, that's a 3-peat as well. So
True,
That's
Danny.
the
You
fun.
heard that?
yeah, you
We're
heard
giving
that,
you
Danny?
praise.
Love you. I love Daniel. All right. So while we were on the topic of DeMarcus Cousins, the former All-Star, whatever, let's cover All-Star snubs this week. So a few weeks ago, we got on the pod with Andre, if you guys remember, and we discussed our predictions for All-Stars. Well, a few days ago, all the All-Star reserves were announced, and frankly, I think some of us weren't particularly happy. Wouldn't you say, Austin?
Okay, I would say yeah.
Hey, I would say a lot of people, like most people.
A lot of us weren't. I wasn't. I was not happy.
Yeah,
With that.
some of them were terrible.
Okay, I wouldn't say terrible. I think they're all deserving, but some are more deserving.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
super upset with when I saw them, but I think there were a couple guys that should have been all stars that weren't. So
Stupid coaches. Okay.
It's gonna talk
All
shit with the
right.
coaches.
Hey, as long as it's not Nick Nurse, it's all good.
True, that
I'm
was
sure.
Doc Rivers' fault.
I'm sure Coach Nurse did the best, but I don't know about the other guys.
am I the only one that thinks there shouldn't be an all-star game this season?
No. We all agreed on that.
Yeah,
we all
agree on
agreed
that,
on that.
man.
Like having all the best players in one spot when there's COVID going on, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Listen, money talks, man. Money talks, and the league is searching for some money right now.
Exactly. That's the only reason they're doing it.
League's broke, so
The league's broke.
all right. So yeah, once again today we're covering all-star snubs. So who we think got snubbed, which frankly is quite a long list, but I think it will be quite enjoyable as a last. So we're gonna cover the East first. Alex, do you want to take it away?
Okay, well, I'll start with my first guard, Fred VanVleet, Raptor. Played every single game this season, and in my opinion, he's been the best player for the Raptors. They're the 5th seed now. They start off terribly. He's averaging 20 points per game, 6.7 rebounds and 6.7 assists and 4.5 rebounds. Sorry, he's also 3rd in steals per game in the whole league. He does it on both ends of the floor. I don't understand how guys like Ben Simmons were all stars ahead of Fred VanVleet. Ben Simmons, he's the second option on his team when Fred VanVleet's the first.
Ben Simmons is not the second
Listen.
He
dropped 42 on Gobert.
Down.
He dropped 42 on Gobert.
He's like
He's
third
now.
I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can say this all you want. There's a reason why Simmons is an all-star and VanVleet isn't, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
I just don't see how Ben Simmons, how many points is he averaging? Like 14 or something? Like, what is that?
DPOY.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
I think
Easily.
he's in the conversation. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get it, but I think he's in the conversation.
Yeah, I would see why he wouldn't get it.
Still don't think he's an all-star.
Okay, it's their opinion. It's a bad opinion, but it's their opinion.
Do you guys want to say your first guard, or should I continue?
Austin, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say my second guard. I feel like Trae Young just should get this shout out here. 27 points a game, almost 10 assists at 9.5. And of course, he hasn't been shooting the greatest to start the year, but he's kind of picked it up. 43% from the field, not great, but 37% from three, and all his shots are basically not assisted. Very impressive, and their team has really come back 14 and 18 after they started pretty slow. They're winning. They just won one game. Well, not a 1-game win streak, but I feel like Trae Young should kind of get this second guard spot. I don't see who else would kind of be a snub other than Trae Young and VanVleet for the guard spot. So that's why I just have Trae Young here.
Okay.
Who would you take out for Trae Young?
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, actually, no. I feel like Butler would be one. I think I count him as a forward, but I would just for to count him as a guard, I would put him. I would put him.
I'm talking about like out of the All-Star reserves. Who would you take out?
Who would I take out? So it's Levine and Brown for the guards.
Or Simmons. Simmons
No, Simmons is a lock. Simmons is a lock. Don't mention his name.
No, you can also mention. Actually, you mention anyone because there are 2 wild card spots. So.
I would take out Tatum. Because I just feel like Tatum, he hasn't played most of it. I just feel like to be an all-star.
Yeah.
That's true with me. Yeah.
I agree.
To be an all-star, like, you need to play every single game. Not every single game, but like most of the games. And he's been out. Yeah. It's not his fault. It's due to COVID. And Trae has played 30 games, and the numbers scream all-star. So I would just take out Tatum, maybe even Randall.
Okay, so for my guard, this was before they announced Domantas Sabonis would come in replace for Kevin Durant. But I had his co-star pacer, Malcolm Brogdon. I predicted him a while ago. I said he's averaging 21 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been a huge part to why the Pacers have been a consistent top 5 team in the East the whole season. And this is even considering that they lost Victor Oladipo and injuries in T.J. Warren and Karis LeVert, who they traded. Malcolm Brogdon's just been that co-star guy right next to Sabonis. They're both hitting it at like going at it every night, and they're good. Like the Pacers are still a good team. I feel like Brogdon should have been in the All-Star reserves as well.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. I forgot to mention
That's a
yeah.
fair point. I want to put him in, but I couldn't put him in over VanVleet or Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's smart. I'm just saying I got to stick with my old predictions. Brogdon would make it over like Vucevic in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Vucevic.
You should have said Simmons.
He knows, man. He knows not to talk trash about Simmons.
I'm replacing Simmons with someone else.
What is Vucevic slander, bro?
You know,
he is going crazy.
That's true. That is true. Their team sucks. That's kind of the only thing.
I agree with that, but his stats do not lie.
That is true.
On the season, he is averaging 24.1 points, 11.7 rebounds.
And he's shooting well from three.
He shoots 48% and is shooting 39.8 from three.
Well, give credit to him. His team was at the top of the East at the start of the season, but like,
yeah, that's the only thing in my opinion that goes against him is his team is horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have to pass to Gary Clark, Dwayne Bacon, I mean that is tough. You know, I gotta give Vucevic some props.
Even Aaron Gordon getting hurt too doesn't help that team at all.
Yeah, their whole team just got
Fultz
riddled.
Yeah, Markelle Fultz too. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure if Markelle didn't go down, the team would still be in playoff contention. I would even say at this rate, Markelle could have been an All-Star reserve.
Ooh, but okay.
I'm just saying I don't have him listed. I'm just saying I feel like Markelle could have proved everyone wrong, that he's not a bust, and just ball out becoming an All-Star reserve this season.
Yeah, you got a lot of high hopes in him.
I like Fultz.
Listen, Cole Anthony's about to take his minutes, man. I don't know.
I like the way he shoots free throws.
I like his shooting form.
Smooth form, man. Smooth form.
Exactly. But let me just backtrack to what Alex said about Simmons. I do have his buddy Tobias Harris.
Oh, okay.
Taking his spot. Tobias Harris is averaging 20.7 rebounds and 3 assists. Philly being the top dog in the East, you already know. It's a large part because of the secondary scoring option next to Embiid. You can't rely on Embiid on everything, but having Tobias Harris as that guy, that other bucket on the floor, I think that deserves another nod.
Wait, you put him over Simmons?
Yeah.
Over Simmons.
Light work.
Really? Light work. Oh, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I see what this pod is about.
I agree with putting him over Simmons.
Okay. Just continue with the forwards, guys.
I just gotta put that in.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep continuing. It's fine.
So one of my forwards was Chris Middleton.
Yes.
He's averaging 20 points per game, 5.7 assists per game, and 6.1 rebounds as a second option, and not to look past it. He is very efficient. He's shooting 49.8 from the field.
No. Talking about it, he's 50-40-90 club right now.
Like how he's a second option too, and he has not missed a game this season. And the Bucks are doing well this season. Of course, they're not first like they usually are in the East, but they're still 20-13. Right? Exactly, yeah. The 76ers last year were not good. The Nets last year, injuries. So they're still in it, and he's a big part of it. So I could put him in as All-Star reserve.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
Yeah, I think I would definitely put him over someone like Randall, because I feel like last year.
What?
Stop saying Simmons, man. We should abolish you from saying that word, okay? Simmons is not.
I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue.
Okay, it's fine. You know what? I'll just say Middleton. I feel like last year he was an All-Star. Even before that, he was an All-Star. And this year, I feel like he's playing even better than he was, and he didn't make it.
I agree.
So I feel like he's probably, out of all my guys right now, I think he's my biggest snub.
Was there an echo?
I heard an echo. Was that the ghost of Christmas Past? What was that?
Probably.
I was changing. I'm putting my AirPods.
Oh, your bum ass AirPods. Okay.
Whoa!
Yo,
you said you wanted them.
Yeah, you said you wanted them.
I take bad stuff, so it's all good. You guys. I like you guys also agreeing on Harris and Middleton.
Not Harris. Yeah, not Harris. What are we talking about? Harris over Simmons?
I don't have Harris either.
You don't have
Harris?
I don't have Harris. No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Then who else do you got?
So I'll say one more guy before my I think my second biggest snub. So the guy before my next guy is Gordon Hayward. I feel like Gordon Hayward
Yes.
he's played very well. First, the Hornets have kind of dropped off a bit. They were sixth, now they're eighth, but still standing at 15 and 16 with a team that a lot of people didn't expect to be this good, averaging 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 for blocks, kind of surprising, and also 1.4, 1.2 steals, shooting 40% from three. He's kind of their engine in the offense. He doesn't have the ball at all times, but he cuts a lot. He does a lot of off-ball stuff, and I feel like Hayward should get a lot of the credit for what the Hornets have been doing this year.
Yeah. Also take into consideration he's what is it 4 years removed from his horrendous leg injury.
Yeah, on
His
the
foot
first
injury.
play of the
Yeah,
first game of
and
the day.
but I feel like he's playing just as good, if not better, than his Jazz All Star appearance.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I would agree on that too.
yeah, so I have Gordon Hayward listed as one of my snubs as well.
I don't even have Gordon Hayward.
Oh wow,
Oh,
I probably
yep.
should. I probably
Wow.
should, but I put Jimmy Butler, but I know he missed a lot, but the Heat are not doing well, but with him in the lineup, they are so much better. He's averaging 19.5 points per game, 7.8 assists and 7.7 rebounds. Also just under 2 steals a game. And in the last 10, the Heat are 7-3, and the Heat are 3-9 without Jimmy Butler. And they are still in playoff contention. They're 10th right now, and they're half a game back of 8th.
I agree on that.
So,
I don't have Jimmy listed just because of games
yeah,
missed.
yeah, exactly. That's the one thing that was he. At first, I had him as an honorable mention, but then Sabonis got put in, so I just slotted in Jimmy Butler.
That
All
makes
right.
sense.
I have his co-star Bam
Yes, sir.
in. Yeah, just because Bam he's playing better than his All-Star campaign last season. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and he's a huge reason why. Like you take out Bam and Butler, and the Heat are nowhere in this position right now. And Bam, although he had difficulty trying to elevate his team, but that's because of youth and everything. He's done an okay job at keeping them afloat. They're not dying. They're not drowning. Mm-hmm. So Bam is a good reason why the Heat are still in 10th. He should be an All-Star in my mind.
I put Bam down as well.
Yeah, I think Bam is my second biggest snub. Yeah.
Only missed 2 games.
Exactly.
I feel like with Bam and Butler, I feel like they both split the votes, so like none of them got in.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Bam's real name is like Ed Rice?
Yeah, it's Idris. Yeah. It's a cool name.
I'll stick to Bam.
Yeah, I think Bam. I think Bam works.
Bam's easier. Bam's way easier. And anyone have any more? You guys pretty much took all of my guys.
Yeah, those are all my guys.
Yeah, I said all mine as well.
Okay. I guess I think the East was like pretty much given just because we knew the amount of we are in the Raptors are in the East, so we know who's playing well and who's not, etc. Like Baines an All-Star, nah, really not.
Of course.
Hey, what are you talking about, man? That was probably the biggest snub.
I don't know why Kyle Guy's not an All-Star.
Kyle Guy? Kyle Guy?
I thought you said Lowry.
I was like,
no. I said Kyle Guy.
Oh my god.
Oh, the GOAT.
Kyle Guy is the GOAT, exactly.
It's the most randomest name I've ever heard.
Yo, y'all are sleeping on Kyle Singler.
Oh my god, don't stop. Can we just move on to the West?
Alright,
West, I think Alex started it, so Austin, let's have you start off our West snubs.
Okay, so I'll mention with them. I wanted to mention 2, but I'll mention one of my guards, which is two of my favorite guys. I gotta say, so my first one's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Thunder. Now, they came into the league as like the ultimate tank. Like they were supposed to be tanking every single game, but
they failed for a bit.
They're failing the tank. They're 13 and 19, 12th in the West, which is pretty surprising. The West is a tough conference. Averaging 23.5 points a game, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. And listen, for a bad team, you expect a lot of guys to chuck to get their points. But not with SGA. Yeah, no, Lou Dort, the game winner last night, God.
Yeah, exactly.
But Shai averaging 51% from the field, 41% from 3, and he doesn't even shoot on that low of volume. Over 10 shots a game. And I gotta say with Shea, it's very impressive of what he's been doing. He just got a recent career high of 42 points, and of course, the guards have been pretty stacked this year. But if anyone should be a snub, SGA kind of fits this mold.
Yeah, who's the other guy? I agree on SGA, but
one thing about SGA, he is the only player on the Thunder averaging over 15 points.
Okay, that's surprising.
And somehow they're not even last in the West. That just shows how much he means to that team.
That's true. Horford must be averaging like 14.9 then. What? I would expect Horford to be.
Horford's under 15.
He is the face of their team right now and going forward.
Yeah, for many years to come, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully,
listen. He's better than Ja Morant. I'm gonna say this right now on the record. He's better than Ja Morant.
No,
thank you.
I agree. I agree.
I feel like Shea's game is more diverse. He's had that playoff experience. He had Chris Paul as a mentor. There's no denying. Shea is better than Ja Morant as of right now in this point of his career.
Yeah, and just before I move on to my next guard, I just want to say like Shea might be one of, like top 5, top 7 maybe finishers at the rim for a guard. All his shots at the rim are tough takes, and he's hitting them very, very well. So I just want to give Shea props for being so good at the rim. But I'm gonna move on to my next guy, Mike Conley.
Canadians.
Yeah, I gotta say Mike Conley. He's maybe my biggest snub, I would say. I would take him over someone like Devin Booker. Just I think I'm from the outside looking in. But now that Booker made it, I even would take him over Mitchell. I don't think Mitchell. I don't think he's the best guy.
Mitchell's the GOAT.
I don't think he's the second best guy on the team. I think it's Gobert, Conley, Mitchell. That's how much Conley means to the team. Yes.
Wow.
Have you guys watched the game? I feel like Mitchell, you're able to replicate what he means.
Mitchell can get you a bucket when you need it, though.
Okay, but so can Clarkson, man.
My mind is blown.
Mitchell is expendable for this team. He doesn't do the craziest things. He's just an offensive player. He's putting up points. That's fine. I feel like Clarkson can do the same thing.
I like him, but I would not put him over Mitchell. No way.
Yeah, I can see what you mean, but I feel like Conley just means so much more to the team.
Conley was one of my snubs, but not over Mitchell. No.
Listen,
I won't lie, he's not one of mine.
I can see why. But he's averaging the numbers are not craziest. 16 points a game, 5.7 assists, shooting 42% from 3. That's pretty impressive. But I just feel like in the offense and what he does, the things he does on the court, you just can't replace that with Mitchell. I don't want to dog on Mitchell, but I just want to say that what Conley means to the team means so much more than what Mitchell means to the team, and that's why I want to give Conley that nod over Mitchell this year.
I feel bad for Mike Conley too. This guy has been a snub for so many years.
He should have made it 2014.
He was a snub every year except last year. It sucks.
I know.
This is the one you should have made it.
I don't have him though. I don't have Mike Conley as one of my snubs.
Who do you have for the guards then?
I have De'Aaron Fox over him.
Oh, okay.
I understand the Kings aren't the Jazz when it comes to the record.
They suck.
But I agree. But 22.7 points per game and 7.3 assists. He missed one game and he's a good two-way player. I don't think he should be an all-star, but I would say there is an argument to say that he was a snub.
I agree with that.
I just feel like
I can understand Mike Conley though. So
no, I'm not just talking about just Mike Conley. I feel like the person who got snubbed the most is CJ McCollum.
I had him as an honorable mention too, but I think he's just missed too many games.
No,
exactly.
Because look at his stat line: 26 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. If he were not
he was
injured,
having a good season.
No, he was having an all-star season before he got injured. If guys like Kyrie can make I'm not saying anything going against Kyrie, like missing games on purpose or anything. But I'm just saying if Kyrie can make the all-star starting lineup, I feel like CJ should have got at least the reserve spot and be replaced afterwards.
Wow. I believe if he didn't get injured, he would have been a reserve. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
He was having a really good season. But I think he didn't get the votes that he should have got because everyone knew he wasn't coming back in time. I think if he continued to play, he of course would have been a reserve.
I mean, if LeBron got injured, he'd still be a starter, right? But
that's LeBron.
CJ just doesn't get the respect he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
McCollum's an all-star regardless to me. He's been that consistent for the Portland Trailblazers when he played. He should have been selected.
Yeah, I see what you're coming from. But you had him over Conley? Damn, that's some disrespect, man.
I had Conley and CJ, and wild card I put Shea. I don't have any more guards.
Oh, okay.
But the guards were kind of tough. But the forwards were even worse because there was no front court.
Yeah, I guess it was a pretty sad pool to choose from.
It was very sad. It was very sad.
I was struggling with my forwards.
Yeah.
Because I had to debate whether DeMar DeRozan was a guard or a forward.
That was my problem.
Exactly.
I was like, if DeMar is not a forward, who do I put as a snub for a forward spot?
I was like Wiggins, like I was like Barnes or something.
If DeRozan's not a forward, there's only two guys that you can say are snubs. No one else.
Exactly. Who are those two guys? I think we all agree on this.
The Christian Wood and Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, that's why I had to.
Okay.
No, so I was expecting you guys to say that, so I just went even further. I stretched it even further. I said DeAndre Ayton.
Oh.
Okay. I actually looked at I looked at him. I looked at his stats, but I couldn't put him over the other guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about DeRozan. 20 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. I would say he's arguably having one of his best seasons. You can see San Antonio 6th in the West, and all their main guys like Rudy Gay, LaMarcus Aldridge, him, Debo, they're all over 30, and DeRozan's playing that point forward role in San Antonio. He should have been an all-star, no cap.
Yeah, I agree.
Career high in assists per game.
Thanks. I think a lot's due to Greg Popovich. The Spurs ball movement, right?
I don't think anybody saw the Spurs being in playoff contention this year.
I didn't
either.
Yeah, and they've been a surprise, and he's, in my opinion, the main part of that team. Yeah, he can score. He's also facilitating the ball well. So, I agree. He should be an all-star.
I gotta say with DeRozan, I feel like not people give enough credit to how he's changed his game. You know, people thought in Toronto, like, look at this guy, ball hog. All he does is ball hog and shoot, right? I mean, averaging career high in assists, he's become a completely different player. And I just feel like not people are acknowledging the amount of jump that DeRozan has taken his game.
This might be a little bit biased,
put him over Anthony Davis. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I did not have Davis on my team. I don't think Davis deserved it this year.
Wow. Over AD?
What do you mean, wow?
That's a surprise.
Yeah, I feel like AD it's not what you expect from AD, and I feel like
AD hit a game winner.
Yeah, I agree. He has not been up to his standards this season, but I still think he is an all-star.
Okay, it goes either way with me. I just feel like with AD, it's just not living up to his standards, and for DeRozan to be playing at like almost an all-time high, I feel like DeRozan should have got this nod, and I think they're the only team that's over 500 that does not have an all-star.
Just saying, DeRozan should have been. Coaches made a mistake.
And coaches have been trashed this year. I'm gonna just say this right now.
Yeah, putting Ben Simmons over.
Okay.
Oh my!
It always goes back to Ben Simmons.
He can't even shoot a mid-range shot.
His free throw has improved. Okay, his free throw has improved.
Let's stick to the West. You guys also had Brandon Ingram, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's played every single game this season.
I mean, yeah, I do have Brandon Ingram as well. It's just, it got me thinking, like, the Pelicans also have Zion in the All-Star game, which is, it's not that he's playing bad. I'm just, Brandon Ingram or Zion in terms of, like, productivity, right?
Yeah. I just feel like, Zion's flasher, so they were like, just put him in. It's just whatever.
And
when it comes to fans, Zion has a lot of fans compared to a guy like Brandon Ingram. I don't think Brandon Ingram gets the respect he deserves. You know,
I guess
as soon as he went to the Pelicans, he was balling out. He showed that he could have done it on the Lakers. That hurts my feelings, but I don't see him being an all-star like this season. But I think when you think of the guys that didn't make it, he's one of the best guys that didn't make it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Production-wise, for sure. Yeah.
And you guys, if you want to cover Christian Wood real quick.
You know, I kind of just put him in just because he just because he was having a good season. I didn't want to put like
Yeah.
Wiggins or Barnes over him. I just feel like with Wood, he did miss a lot of games. Only played 17 games out of the I think 33.
Mhm.
22 points a game, 10 rebounds, 42% from three. He was looking like that kind of second guy beside Harden. You know, Harden likes a good pick and roll man, and Wood was that and more. And I feel like if he played more games, he would have a better argument to be an All Star. But I think just a missed games kind of put him behind.
But
Yeah,
at least
I
he's in
agree.
the race for most improved, I would say. So
Yeah,
I don't
But who knows? Him missing so many games might hurt that.
true.
true. I think Durant
You know, in my
might take this
opinion,
one.
he was probably the favorite to win it. But you know, he after going down, you don't know because
Yeah.
now Grant's still
Grant's
playing well.
still balling out exactly.
Hmm.
And
Honestly, he played a couple games after Harden left. I thought when Harden left, it was gonna hurt him. You know, a lot of his points, in my opinion, were from the pick and roll, and Harden left, and he just still played the same way. So that really surprised me. I think he deserved to be an All Star if he didn't get hurt. So.
Yeah.
So another injury argument.
Hmm.
I also have, like I said before, DeAndre Ayton, 14 points, 12 rebounds, and a block a game. With the Suns having found their way back into the playoffs, it's a lot of the credit. Of course, it's due to CP3 and Booker, right?
Hmm.
But the guy that's manning the paint, the defensive anchor for them, well, I think he's also shooting 60% from the field, which is incredible. Aiton's another one of those guys I feel like should have made it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't either.
Yeah, I feel with Aiden, it's just like he kind of fell off too hard at the start. It was tough for him to find his footing in the new offense they had. I feel with Aiden, he's kind of the fourth option now on this team behind even Mikal Bridges, I would say. And I'll give him credit. He did change his play style. Now he's looking like DeAndre Aiden, but I just feel like production wise is not there, and he's kind of too far down the pecking order to probably make an All Star team.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see how you can be a third option or fourth option on a team and be an All Star.
I mean, think back a few years ago. You had Draymond Green, for God's sake, making All-Star
Well,
team.
I'm thinking back to Ben Simmons right now.
I knew it. I knew it. Listen, it's okay, man. It's okay.
Like, like, granted, these guys are all All-Stars, but I just feel like
Yeah,
some of them, like, everyone's playing at an All-Star level, but some of them just really deserved it more, the spot more than others.
yeah. I feel like this year there's been a lot more snubs than years in the past. You
Yeah,
know,
I would
last
say
year there
so.
wasn't that many, but
Because
this year there's a lot of guys you could put in instead of other guys that aren't.
I'm just happy that Zach LaVine made it. I'm gonna just say that. I'm just happy that Zach
I
LaVine made
know
the All Star team. I feel like he really deserved it this year.
he deserved it last year in my opinion too.
I guess yeah.
Or was he even an All Star last year?
No, he wasn't.
nah, this is his first All-Star selection.
Wow.
I'm glad Jaylen Brown also made it, because this guy's been balling out.
I thought he should have been a
Yeah.
starter.
Yeah, that's true.
Over Kyrie.
Yeah, I think he should have made it over Kyrie.
You see, I don't think Kyrie should have been a starter, but I wouldn't say Jaylen Brown should be one either. I think Harden should be a starter instead of Kyrie.
I had Harden in my All-Star predictions a few episodes ago.
I think he should be a starter.
Yeah, I think Harden. He's probably the best player in the league right now. Like how he's playing right now, and for him not to be a starter, I think I would take him even over. I would have him over Beal, but Kyrie's the one that I don't think should be a starter in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree on Kyrie, but I'm also a
you
little
guys-
biased because I'm not a big fan of Kyrie.
Why not? Why
Oh,
aren't you a fan of Kyrie?
It's
I-
art. He doesn't like his art. That's all.
I don't know. Like I used to love him. I used to love watching Kyrie. You know, but
In Cleveland, right? Because I remember you
I
talking about it at school.
I feel like every single team he's gone to since leaving Cleveland has been better without him. You know, this year I would go against that. I think the Nets are better with him, but you know, when on Boston flourished without Kyrie. You know,
Yeah,
without Kyrie, they made it to the conference finals, Game 7, against LeBron. Because you know, of course, Tatum is, you know,
and they were up 3-2
Yeah,
in that series too.
amazing, better than Ben Simmons.
No, he's not. But okay.
If this conversation takes another turn, it's Terry Rozier's ago.
oh my.
Scary Terry.
I just want to guys. Did you guys know that there's like a lot of players in like times past that are averaging more than 20 points? This is like the easiest season for players to score buckets.
Yeah, it's like a completely different league. I think what is it? It's like the 14th highest scorer still averaging 20 points a game. Like it's crazy
There's
this year.
It's
Yeah.
over 14, man.
Isn't it 26?
It's
It's a
26.
lot, yeah.
It's a lot. So that's why I guess that's a reason why a lot of snubs can be named. So does that mean? What do you guys think? Does that mean our definition of all star will have to go become like 25 points a game, just because 20 points is becoming the norm?
When I think of an all star, I think we should, of course, look at stats, but stats shouldn't be the only thing.
Okay.
You know, a lot of these guys, like Bradley Beal, you know, him being a starter, but his team is not the Wizards are not doing well. You know, of course, they've picked it up. They're 7-3 in their last 10.
Yeah.
But I think we have to look at stuff like that. Exactly, like Vucevic. You know, I like him, but his team is 13th in the East.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we have to look at other things: team success, games played, stuff like that, efficiency.
That's agreed.
You know what that sounds like? Sounds like Ben Simmons to me. And there's a reason why he was an all-star. It's the things you don't see on the stat sheet. His impact on the game is just undescribable.
He's a third option, though. Third option.
He's not, man. He's not.
He's fourth.
Not.
He's
Fourth?
That's Curry's ahead of him.
Are you crazy? He dropped 42 on
my.
Gobert's head, man. You can't call that a fourth option. That's too far, man. Too far.
Oh, so you're okay with saying third?
Yeah, I'll take third. You know, he's the third offensive option. I'll say that. You know, but he's their best guy, man. He's their second best guy, not best guy. He's their second best guy.
Oh,
you heard that, Embiid? You heard that?
I was about to yell.
Okay, he's not brother Embiid. I know that, but he's still an all-star. He's still an all-star. Easy lock.
Danny Green should have won the lock. All right.
Don't get me started on Danny Green.
I love this guy.
He's a Laker fan.
I like
man.
him. I like him. Nah, I like him. Nah, you know, when you think of Danny Green on the Lakers, you think of him missing a wide open 3-pointer.
No, but he was more than that. His defensive, his wing defense.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there were so many people that were mad at him for that shot. He missed a shot. Like, come
LeBron
on.
misses
You
shots.
can't.
Come on.
You can't make every single shot. Of course, I would have wished that he made that shot. He does. He wishes he made that shot, but you can't make every shot. He got way too much hate for that. I liked him on the Raptors a lot. I liked him on the Lakers.
Him on the Raptors.
I think he's carrying the 76ers right now.
Yeah,
True.
Should have been in the MVP conversation, but this guy's too nice, and he gave it off to Embiid.
Mm-hmm. Embiid's a monster.
Hey, MVP. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I agree.
Philly got MVP. They got the MVP and they got the DPOY in one team. Isn't that crazy?
That's what happened last year with Giannis, so that's not that crazy.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Okay. So Alex, I didn't tell you this, but since I got a little more time left, we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna be Team LeBron and Team Kevin. Team Kevin doesn't sound right.
No, just say Durant, man. What?
KD's not even an all-star.
Yes, yeah. So it's gonna be Tatum taking KD's spot, so you can't choose Tatum at all. So
Tatum's taking, wait, Tatum's the captain?
Tatum's not the captain, but he's like he's taking care of KD's spot. You can't pick you can't pick Tatum. That's the only rule. But Alex, which side do you want to take? Team LeBron or Team Kevin?
I'll take LeBron.
This guy doesn't want Team Kevin.
He's a Laker fan. He's a bandwagon Laker fan. It's okay.
Okay, relax.
All right. I guess Austin, you and I are taking.
Let's
Team
do it.
Kevin.
Yeah, we got Team KD.
Right. Okay, Alex, do you want pick starters first or reserves first?
So, starters, of course.
Starters first? All right, I'll take reserves first then. All right, who's your first pick as Team LeBron?
Of course, MVP, DPOY. Gotta take Giannis. I think LeBron and Giannis on the same team, All-Star game.
Oh yeah,
lobs every day.
That hasn't happened yet.
Lob every single possession.
That hasn't happened yet, because Giannis was the captain the last 2 years, so it's gonna be fun to see. All right, Austin, do you want to take this first one?
Okay, I'll take the first one. You know, I wish Alex went with like Kyrie or something, and then Durant would go with Curry. Just to do that real quick.
Kyrie Irving.
Just for the fans, get that LeBron Kyrie connection back. But you know, Giannis first. I see what you mean by that. Let's see what Durant. I think Durant would go with his MVP team. I think he goes with James Harden here.
James Harden's not a starter.
Yeah,
right?
he's on the
Oh
reserve.
wait, he's not a starter. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, Irving. I think it goes Irving first, just because it's Kevin Durant. You know, he wants his best friend on his team.
All right.
I'll go Irving.
So we got Irving and Tatum. Remember, no KD because he's out.
Okay,
Right.
back to me.
Yeah, back to you.
LeBron likes to win. I think Steph Curry in All-Star games, unlimited range.
Okay, that's a
He has to be my
nasty lineup
pick.
right now.
All right. Okay. I like it. We're lacking a bit of defense,
It's the All-Star game.
Especially-
You're fine.
especially LeBron against LeBron. So with the next pick, I'm going to take Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, Kawhi.
Just because the lockdown defense is there, and you guys remember when LeBron saw Kawhi checking back in again when it was Miami versus San Antonio.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to be so happy to see that face again.
I should have taken Kawhi just because of that face.
All right, Alex, you're up.
I'm gonna take a big Joel Embiid, in my opinion, MVP. And
Yes, sir.
if you have Jokic guarding Embiid, I'm sorry, Jokic is not a good defender. That's a kill every single time.
Just double him. You know,
Jokic-
just double him.
Jokic can't even get like 2 feet off the ground. You know.
Are you dumb? He
Embiid's
can
a
dunk.
monster.
What are you talking about? Jokic can dunk.
Yo, Jokic can dunk with a little hop.
You seen that tomahawk he had, bro? He's mad. He's mad.
Right, so Austin, it's your turn.
I feel like it's right to take the other center here. I think Jokic is the right choice here.
Triple double king
Yes, sir. Second best center in the league.
behind
That's
what
a
taco?
debate.
Okay, man. This guy's a talker.
Okay, now he's third. Now he's third.
You know, just...
Okay, all right, Alex.
Next, I'm gonna go with the person leading the whole league in points per game. You know, I like Luka, but I don't think on this team we need more facilitating. So, Bradley Beal's a bucket. Gotta take him.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
looks like I'm left with taking Luka. I mean, Luka's not bad. He wasn't my all-star starter.
Yeah, he got clamped up by Ben Simmons. It's fine.
I'll take Luka. All right, and then we have our starters, and looks like Austin and I are going to take reserves first. So, if I can go first,
Yeah, go ahead.
like Austin said, we're gonna need the best friend with KD. So James Harden's going to go first. James Harden can just facilitate everything, and he can post up. Embiid doesn't have anything against Harden, so easy post, easy paint defense.
Okay. So Tatum can't pick. So next, I'm gonna go with Kawhi's partner in crime. So you guys can't have him. Paul George, in my opinion, having a crazy season. He's been playing really well. See no issue with Paul George.
Perfect. I would have picked him too because he's on my fantasy team.
Get a scam entree for him.
Oh my gosh. All right, Austin, it's you.
Yeah, I think the right option here is Damian Lillard.
Yep.
I think he should have been a starter over Doncic, but off the bench, it's a steal. That's a steal at this pick.
So next, I'm gonna pick someone that wasn't an All-Star to begin with. Don't know how he wasn't, but Devin Booker, 25 points per game. Nothing wrong with that pick.
Well, there's nothing wrong with any of these picks just because they're all All-Stars.
Well, Ben Simmons is an All-Star.
Simmons is better than Booker, man. Don't even talk.
15.7.
It's not about that, man. It's not about. It's about what you don't see. It's what you don't see. You know what? Out of all these guys that are left on my list right now, I think he's probably the best one here.
We need some serious defense inside.
Did you hear that?
All-Star game, no defense.
Did you hear defense? I think I heard
shot
defense.
blocking.
I'm taking Ben Simmons. No, oh wait, what? Is it your pick? Is it your pick? Are you crazy? Yeah. Oh, you didn't take Simmons? Oh my.
He can go Barry.
This guy said Gobert. I'm dead.
Oh, so it's my pick now, right?
No, don't you
Pick
don't you
Simmons,
dare,
pick
don't you
Simmons,
dare.
Austin, bro. I heard your pick. You know, I'm gonna take, even though he's a bona fide scrub in this league, I'm gonna take Ben Simmons.
Jeez, the best
Just
defender in the
instead of
league.
Austin.
Man, I don't care. You know, you can take him, man. You know, he's the
God,
best
that's
guy on this board left. There's not a lot of good guys. I think Ben. Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
great
know
pick.
who's worse of a shooter, Gobert or Ben Simmons.
You know, you made the pick. Why don't you tell me why you picked Ben Simmons?
Because you
Honestly,
wanted him.
just because you wanted him, honestly.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
No, it's because he's the best defender in the league. That's why you picked him. You know, it's okay.
Sure.
You guys picked the best defender in the league already.
Are you crazy? Who do we pick?
Yeah,
Gobert.
Oh my God. Gobert, 42 points on Gobert's head. That's the best defender in the league. It's okay. Imagine getting 42 points getting dropped on you by Ben Simmons.
You guys have Jokic too.
Okay,
Jokic.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm taking too long. You know, Ben Simmons. It's a touchy subject. I brought all these guys. Let's see. I think Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is a good picture. I think in the All-Star game he kind of turns into a different animal.
Yep. Agreed. I like Chris Paul. So Alex, back to you.
Okay. I need a big, and I'm gonna go with a high flyer in Zion Williamson.
Ooh.
In the All-Star game, I don't know if there's anyone better in the All-Star game than Zion with all his dunks and everything and how high he jumps. So, gotta go with him.
So that's a good pick.
Okay. All right. My next pick, I'm going to go with the breakout guy, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got that chemistry already too. So
True.
Alex, back to you.
Okay. I'm surprised this guy's not taken, averaging 28.8 points per game. He's another high flyer, but can also shoot it from beyond the arc. So Zach LaVine.
I wanted to take him. I actually wanted to take him.
He's gonna join my team. You see, I just know you.
You know what, man.
All right, Austin, that's you.
You know
that's
what?
all you.
I'll take. Let me look at my lineup real quick. So we got Irving, Kawhi, Jokic, Doncic, Harden, Lillard, Gobert, Paul, and Brown. So I think out of all these guys, I think I'll take Mitchell here. I think I'll take Donovan.
I wanted to take him.
I got you, man. You know, I also know.
Respect.
Are you sure you guys aren't texting each other, telling each other who to pick?
Now my phone's almost dead. So I
Okay,
can't
dude.
text.
Could you imagine? Okay,
All right,
me, you know, playing for one of the worst teams in the league, somehow still an all-star. But, you know, he's a big who can space the floor. Vucevic, you know, he's on my team. I needed a big.
You was about to say JaVale McGee.
You have Ben Simmons. What are you talking about? You need a big. You're the best big in the league.
I said shoot from beyond the arc, though.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
All right. Is it my pick, right?
Yeah.
I gotta take Vucevic, man. I gotta take Vucevic. He's a proven all-star. He knows how to play.
This guy just stole my player.
Just took the guy he just said.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
What the was that about? Oh, I was
My bad.
What?
My bad.
Hey, no one heard it. No one heard it.
No one heard it. All right. Oh man, I'm gonna take.
I was doing so well too.
Oh no, you didn't. Oh, you know, let's move on. Two guys left, Ryan.
We're taking. I'm gonna take Sabonis just because he's one of my favorite guys as well. The Pacers, best team.
Fantasy player.
Boring.
Shut up. Sabonis, solidified all-star, easy pick.
Well, you know, it's a hard selection for me right now. Julius Randle.
Oh my, this guy.
He's the only guy left. You know, having a really good season. I loved him playing for the Lakers. But, you know,
I didn't.
He's wow.
Okay.
Well, what do you have against Julius Randle?
Spin.
You're a Raptors fan. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Siakam, what? Siakam, you have a Beyblade on your team. You have a fidget spinner.
He's not that bad. Siakam's not that bad anymore, no?
He ain't no Julius Randle. I'll
So
say that. He ain't no Beyblade.
he has one move in his post. It's just spin. But yeah, I think my team's just gonna slap your team.
Yeah, it's because you got Ben Simmons.
Nah, we got Doc
Oh,
Rivers.
Austin's not even confident.
Yeah, listen, you took Simmons, and I was like, God, man, that's over.
Nah, we got Doc Rivers. We good.
True, yeah, you sub Doc Rivers in the game, it's over.
On a real note, why is Taco not an All-Star?
Yeah, we didn't even mention him in the snubs. That's actually crazy. I forgot.
Alex Caruso.
And Kyle Guy.
Stop talking about Kyle Guy, man. There's like so much better.
Kyle Guy should be there instead of anyone here.
Instead of Ben Simmons, right?
Simmons is a bona fide scrub.
Okay, you know what's okay.
You guys keep forgetting Udonis Haslem.
Old man, grandpa.
Should have been the All-Star starter captain or something.
Could have been my dad.
He's old enough to look like your dad.
There's one problem with him looking like my dad.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, I like my team. Watch these actually be the teams.
Oh my, no way.
Yo, to our listeners, write these down. If we're right, give us a subscribe on YouTube and yeah.
Not to our listeners. You mean LeBron and KD? I think they're listening right now. They want to get the best insight on who to pick, and I think I think Durant's gonna take this one. I gotta say, I think Durant's taking this one.
Durant,
too much bums on LeBron's team.
Durant knows this team will slap.
Yeah, other than Simmons,
your captain's not even playing.
I know, what?
Tatum. Tatum. What are you talking about, man?
Tatum deserved to be the captain.
You know what? Yeah,
I guess. I'm pretty sure Kevin's still the captain. He's just not playing.
But he's just not playing. Yeah.
So, is that? Are we good now?
Yeah, I think that's it. Alex, you wanna outro for us?
Whoa, I was not prepared for this.
Well,
Austin can have it. I'll give it to Austin.
No, you're supposed to do it.
No. You know what? I appreciate it, but I'm gonna have to hand this off to Alex. I'm gonna have to hand this off to Alex.
Yo, you gotta put me on the spot right now.
That's what we do.
So here we go. So thank you guys for listening to our All-Star Snubs and to this podcast. It was fun being here. Thank you for having me, Ryan and Austin. And this is it for this episode. Thank you for listening.
Hey, yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, you guys should see me doing that outro.
I want to laugh so bad.
Take care.